Shawty, she a freak, 10-10 freak. She don't want to speak, she want beat to the beat. I'm the voice of the street, plus a freak in the sheet. She want me for her tea, I got me for your meat. I am mad. Shawty's in that man with it.
So welcome back to GTG, baby. Your weekly subscription to the gist. I'm not gonna lie, you're a Fort member. So guys, if you didn't know, I swear,
I've never seen a girl bad.
I'm telling you, guys, I'm so gassed for this because oh my god, guys, we have Mnelia on the pod. Guys, in December 2020, as in the 2nd of December 2020. The second I have it down to the date because I went to my archives to go screenshot this, guys. I can really insert this photo. She was #1 on my Spotify for the year, on my Spotify Wrapped. So I am actually so gassed to have you sat in my chair. If anyone told me 4 years ago this was gonna happen, I'm telling them you're lying.
Bro,
you're lying.
It happened this way.
Yeah. Girl, that song was living rent free in my head.
No, that song's a banger.
It was living rent free in my head.
Was so good. You were like, guys, I'm gonna sing it called. I'm gonna sing it called Shit, Hangover. I'm gonna sing a song called Say Yeah. I was like, Say Yeah. She goes, oh, you know this one? I said, yeah, we did.
Bro, I was your backup dancer in the club when you sang that song last night. I was literally like,
the camera all up in your face.
At some point, I was literally like,
We need to get into the story. Where you're scared of women.
no, I'm not scared of women.
No, but grown.
I love
went
women,
to
a
secondary school.
Yeah.
Yes,
Going to a Catholic secondary school that was all girls definitely like informed how I was. I think it made me nervous of making certain types of relationships with girls because it was like you're battling your own confidence and everyone's battling their own confidence, but sometimes that can cause people to either act out in a specific manner, or it can cause you to also like do certain things and be unaware. And I just felt like because of that, especially in school, like I was kind of like I fell in a weird space where I wasn't necessarily. Do you know what's funny, guys? I unpacked this for the first time maybe like 5 a.m. this morning. Okay. Yeah, like where I realized that I sat in a weird space where I wasn't a part of anyone's friendship group. I was the person that could float between.
I was a floater.
And I think, do you know what it was? Today I unpacked that there was an element of that probably was because I wasn't necessarily like anyone's top pick of a friend because I was that malleable, but at times that might have made me feel a bit rejected. So it was like, all right, cool. If I feel like these lot aren't effing with me today, I'm gonna go over there. And because of that, I just ended up becoming this like can go with anybody, will say yes to anything type, like always wants to make everyone happy, but also like very quick to like lash out in my own way and my own mind and space and things. Like very nervous, but at the same time outspoken and confident. It was just, like really weird.
I get it.
It's giving.
Yeah, I completely, when I say I hear it, I feel like, because in like secondary school, I was very known. And when you're popular, everyone knows you. But then if you're also someone who kind of like gets quite involved in activities, you're in certain groups. So even though I was very known, because I would do certain activities, like I was like a school prefect. So whenever they had their stuff, I'd be in that group.
It's a blood club.
Amen. Praise the Lord Jesus. And then when it came to like music and stuff, I was also like part of like the groups and things there. So it became a thing where it was like, okay, I'd have to like pretend to be this person around these people, and these people weren't friends with those people. So then when I was with these people, I had to change. And when I was around the black girls, I had to change. And it was just like, okay, I'm just where I am today with whoever it is today. I get it.
Facts.
I get it.
Facts. And because my older sisters were so like far in age to me, it was like 7 years and 10 years, and they had their own like, I guess, ecosystem going on already. My ecosystem was my friends, but then I didn't have one stable ground of friends. So I just became like fearful of like, not fearful, but untrusting.
Yeah.
It only became
I feel that.
like I'm 26 now, and it's only maybe in the past couple of months that I've really been able to define sisterhood and like look at evolving as a woman as something that isn't scary, and it's informed how I look at like what I'm doing now. So now when I make music, I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, big up the man them one time. I got a lot of male friends, but for the most part, I'm doing this for the girls. And I never thought I would do that.
Apparently you can tell when a woman is making content on Instagram or social media when it's for men versus when it's for women? Can you tell?
1000%.
Can you guys tell? What's that? What you?
I don't know.
Thirst traps. Thirst traps.
Fair enough. Thirst traps is a very, very clear
Because
understanding.
I'm not flashing my titties for the girls.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes they let us
Well,
see them.
Nah,
sometimes.
True.
True.
Very, very true. Fair enough.
Well, maybe if you get a boob job, you do it for the girls so people
No,
can text you.
if I get a boob job, then I'm doing it for me. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I'm doing it because
No, but
look at me.
oh yeah,
I was
true.
gonna say, with a boob job, they're gonna be sitting anyway, so
You get? I'm not
you
gonna
don't have to adjust anything.
This might sound crazy, but like I don't think I'd get nipple piercings. Why? Because the reasons won't. It's not good.
What do you mean?
It would be for men.
Really, I think some
I don't
girls
think-
like the
I don't like-
sexy
I
look
don't-
though.
I
That's
just,
okay for you to admit.
Yeah, 'cause I
do you
don't
know
feel
what?
like I-
I'm not
Oh
gonna
no,
lie.
so you're saying personally to you that
yeah,
you
like
just wouldn't
the
do it.
reason is just there's nothing in my
Well,
head that makes sense.
I got that done when I was very young. I remember I was like in year 10.
Oh my
Did you
god.
go to the shop or did you do it yourself?
I did it myself. Yeah, I've done one.
You don't like the feeling in your nipples? You
No,
don't?
my bro, like that it came out very, very shortly after. But anyway, and not to digress, I say that. I say it because when I got it done, there was no men around me. It was all girls.
How did you do that? How did you do it?
I sent it and like an earring or something.
Just don't even want to say it because then I'm gonna encourage someone to get tested.
No. Don't do
Don't
this.
do it.
Don't do it. Because you can really mess up your nerves
Don't
and then
do
you're not
it.
gonna like the
Yeah, and
feeling.
your child is now
Yeah.
sucking breast.
No, but what's crazy is that there is not one channel when your child is sucking breast is coming from every single.
Yeah,
There's like
bro.
15,000
Oh my
different
God.
Anyway,
So wait, 1 second. Explain that. The
So,
nipple,
okay, cool. Imagine this is the nipple, right?
right?
We're going back to biology. There's like, imagine there's like bare different holes,
Okay.
and the ducts feed to the holes. It's not one hole.
Wait, it's not one. Okay.
It's not one. It's
Like
not
you know,
I
like
thought it was one
honeycomb.
hole.
You know, like honeycomb. You know,
Yes,
those
that's the
circles.
perfect way to describe it. I swear to you, there will be times in your personal cycle, where you will lactate. You're not even pregnant and none of that.
Cycle.
Yeah.
I'll just be bringing out milk.
Yeah, maybe like when you're ovulating or like you're a
Damn.
woman.
So I don't have to go to the shop.
You know,
To do what? I will say, did you ever get to like, drink your breast milk?
yeah.
Obviously, when you're
How does it
checking
taste
whether
like?
it's
Oh
warm,
my god.
I will go as far as to say we should not be drinking cow's milk.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, so many people
So
been
hey,
saying that.
who's gonna hook me up with the next best?
But you know,
You better hook your egg up with a sperm and get some.
You gotta get your dad own dad.
She's like, don't put us in this equation.
you know when
I'm
you're
joking,
breastfeeding though, yeah. Like if you're around other people, like you might not be pregnant, but you
Don't
can
wanna
breastfeed.
Yes.
So like, let's say like if you're like if
Yeah.
you have a baby, yeah, and I'm around you, I can start and we're like
Syncs.
this.
Yeah.
I can start breastfeeding.
Okay,
Do you
so
know what I
we
truly
are moving
feel?
to your house.
Oh my god.
She said, I don't want to buy milk again.
Yeah, bro.
Cost of living.
Cost of living crisis. I want to breastfeed.
You know you burn like an extra
As well.
600 calories when you're breastfeeding.
Jesus.
Guys, the worst, I think my worst postpartum symptom was like breastfeeding took me literally from I was a size 8 by the time I'd given birth, and I had to go into literally wearing like 14 to 16 in teens. I could see the bones in my feet. Breastfeeding sucks the life out of me.
Yeah.
The life.
Okay,
The
so
life.
it's a juxtaposition.
Did it make you
type
feel
thing.
sad?
Postpartum was the worst
Yeah.
period of my life for me. I think, yeah, like the literally from the week before I gave birth to maybe November the following. No. Wait, hold on. Wait,
Let's do maths.
2021. Yeah, that whole year was the worst year of my life.
Yeah, I feel that.
What?
I can
Oxymoronic,
relate.
'cause it was
The best.
So the biggest blessing of your
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, and I've actually I've been thinking about it recently. I think it's the worst year of your life because you lose the person you were before.
You are mourning.
Yeah. And it's like you don't know, like, and you don't have time to mourn because you have this big job, and the first year is probably the hardest because you're just getting used to it. And then afterwards, you have to like sort of find your new personality because you're never going to be the same person again. And it's really hard to accept that, but then you don't know who you are either.
And everybody outside of you is looking at the same vessel. So everybody's recognized the change, and in your brain, like, oh my gosh, guys, I literally felt like I would wake up to an insane episode of someone else's life. Like, it was nuts because I was still making music. I was still in the studio all the time. I was still having to be a mum. I was going through a fucked breakup, and all these things are going on whilst the infrastructure, like if I break down every single one of those sections, it's worse. It's just it was so loaded. By the time I got to November, I was like, either I have a couple more days to live or everything has to change.
100%. And you get to that and you sort of conform with all the bad things that are happening in your life as well, because you don't have the energy to like sort of make that change or the confidence as well, because it's like you don't know what's right anymore, and it's like every decision that you make is it's gonna impact your life
and the baby's life,
and bro, like to be honest, the past year I don't know where I was. Don't ask me who I am, bro. Like honestly,
no, but I think the fact that the superpower of every single mother, whether we realize it or not, is actually getting through the 24 hours.
Yeah.
Even for me now, my little one is going to be 4 soon, and I still call him my baby, because to me it's like I'm still in the mode of 3 hours, then 3 hours, then 3 hours, then 3 hours. Okay, we're at 12. Now another 3, and then another 3, and then by the time I get to the 24, I'm like, yes, I survived the day. It's like whether you survive the day pushing and like, you know, doing crazy phenomenal things to the outside world, or whether you survive the day by literally sitting in your gown that has leaking breast milk, but then managing to not have a manic episode that's kept you from taking care of whatever it is that you need to take care of.
I have like
sorry, go on, babe.
No, I'm just gonna say, like, I have the utmost respect for
Yo.
mothers. That's why my favorite saying, and I say it to you all the time, she's a mother.
No drama.
No drama.
But you know what,
Really?
you just have to, like, some days, like 24 hours, like you don't even know how you get through. Do you get me? Like you just sit there and you're like,
mode, if you're on pilot mode, then that's literally low battery mode. You're saving yourself, because sometimes you just don't need to think. The more you think, the more it's like, bro.
It's like
if
muscle
I
memory.
have to, there was a 24 hours that I had maybe like 2 months ago where I was like, I have to start looking for schools. I need to go get this for his nursery. I have to go to the gym because I'm about to go on tour. And then I have an Apple performance, and then I need to get this outfit. And then I also, my hair is falling out. I'm like.
do you remember how much time you used to have?
Stressful episodes literally like maybe 6 weeks ago when my hair was falling out. So I had to cut my hair.
Because of stress.
Do you
Oh my God.
do you remember how much time you used to have before having a baby? Like, are you ever jealous of that? Like, you know, the way, like, I took for granted the amount of time that I had before. Do you know what I mean? Like now.
But then I also feel like if I was to go back, there is nothing I could have or would have changed, because
No, for sure.
there comes a stage in, and I guess they call this like the frontal lobe, like awakening.
for sure.
There comes a stage within your evolution where you have to literally stand, look back, and be like, all right, cool, we've come this far. If the journey looked any more different, we wouldn't be in this position today.
For
Let's
sure.
just keep walking.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So it's like when I look back at me before I had Ro, sometimes I'm like, thank you. Thank you for lazing around the way you did. Thank you for not taking things as seriously as you did. But then simultaneously, thank you for being like slightly a badass that like never really let anybody tell you what to do.
You know what? Yeah, one thing I'm learning in life is that like when you're seeing people do different things, I shouldn't wish that I was there, or I shouldn't wish I should be there, or whatever. I am where I need to be because I need to be here.
Stay in your lane.
Do you know what I mean? If I was
Focus
supposed to
on
be
your
there,
lane.
I'd be there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Have you ever considered the fact that me and you can never sit in exactly the same spot? I would have to sit on top of you, underneath you, to the side of you. Like I could never be you ever.
Facts.
At the same time. You're there for a reason. Whether you like that reason or not is not up for you to pick, because you haven't decided your journey.
Yeah.
Like Will, I feel like Will is just the raffle of options that are going to take you to the final destination anyway, because your purpose was always going to be your purpose.
Facts.
But I'll be
So are you saying if I didn't move to that one guy in the club, I wouldn't be here?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's what she's
Yeah.
That's what in a nutshell.
Exactly what I'm telling
That's
you.
what she
Yeah.
said.
But even
That's
they
exactly what I'm telling you.
Dead
I
ass,
want
dead
you to
ass.
understand that if instead of dating creatives, I had chosen a corporate man, I wouldn't be sat here right now.
Because you know you watch this music shit. That's
true.
what you would say. They don't get it. They don't get it.
I wouldn't listen to them though.
Yeah. Okay,
Every single step you take alters someone else's.
Yeah.
The
Sure.
best life.
Yeah.
Facts.
I love it.
I'm stressed. The stress we have about. Just
Oh,
the week,
what's the
yeah.
just the week?
the
Tell
week.
us.
First one is, so I was on the Shade Bar and I saw this woman. They did a street interview, right?
Yeah.
And this woman,
I love
The
I
Niger-
love
the UK.
I love the UK
Oh,
men.
gosh.
I'm going to
Eat
eat
all
all
of
of
them.
me. I'm going to eat all of
Oh
them.
gosh.
she just got here.
She said, I love it.
Oh, she has not
Tell me you
suffered.
just arrived without telling me you just
She
arrived.
is
to
not
the UK.
suffered.
Let her.
I have the-
She has not. She can
Take
have
them.
them.
Bring them to me. I have them all. I love men.
You know, when I go to the UK, though, there is a lot of them. Not that I want
There
to eat all of them,
is.
but there's one or two that I would like to chop.
There are a lot of boys. Yes, there are a lot of males.
one.
Yeah.
Yes, Y chromosomes.
My private story on Snap with just my girls is literally Y chromosome, because why? Why did I not get the Y chromosome? I have questions.
Man, bro.
Double X. Did I tell you I was strong enough?
No, I'd rather be a woman though.
Would you?
Yeah.
I think I'd
Really?
rather be a man. I think I'd be. Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough.
I feel like though, you know, as a woman, I get the best of both worlds.
Do you know my personal positioning isn't like I would rather be a man because I don't enjoy being a woman. I love being a woman.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I was given the same head and the same willpower and the same strength, I feel like I would.
I think for men, it's probably the opportunities they get when they walk into the room. So like, even if you think like in professional aspects, like I work in pharmaceuticals, there's more men dominating it than women. They're trying to get women into those doors because men don't take the women seriously.
I get where you're coming from, but then I guess the deeper cut question is, are we talking about privileged men, or are we talking about men that are in more difficult circumstances in life? It's like, what part of London do you come from that informs
Sure,
the
because it does.
opportunities
It does
that you get?
depend. Yeah.
What part of England do you come from that informs
Yeah.
what demographic are you, and all of those things? It's like, I'll be so real, I wouldn't even be a man because of increased opportunity or any of that stuff. I think I would be a male because in this current world right now, it's very hard to be a man. And I would
Yeah,
at least want
true that.
to
A
be
black man even.
yeah, like, but then I
Scary.
would go as far as to say, what's the, like, you know, sometimes I think about it, yeah? A privileged black man who went to Eton and had parents that put him in a private school and all of those things, and a poor white boy somewhere in the middle of Merseyside who hasn't ever been to London, parents, like, they struggle a bit. Like, are you going to tell me that the black boy is more, like, he's more he's
underprivileged.
yeah, because do you get what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, I think instead of it being like a colour to colour thing, it's deeper. It's actually a class thing.
Yeah.
Because
Classism, yeah.
I grew up in ends with white girls who they can't go to Chelsea and sit with those girls. They don't reckon they don't level
don't
with
belong.
them.
Yeah.
They don't level with them. But then
Yeah.
I also know that when I went to sixth form, I was one of like 2 black girls, and there was like another girl that was mixed and another girl that was like, I think she was like Cypriot or whatever, and they were all very privileged. I was really the only one that came from the ends, and my experience was so different, so I couldn't even sit with the black girls in that school.
And I think
Yeah,
class
yeah.
is one of the biggest differences between UK and Ireland. Like there is class here, but it's not as strong.
No,
As-
I think it is, babe. Like south side, north side, like in Dublin, anyways.
In Dublin, because I was gonna say like it, depending on where you're from, because considering I grew up in the country, class wasn't really a thing.
No.
It's not a thing in the countryside, but in the city sides, I get it between south side and here.
So-
you can even see like with the riots and things. But in
Yeah.
comparison to the UK, class
I
is
would not
everywhere.
I don't know,
In
cause
Ireland during a riot, crazy or what?
bro,
My all the Irish kids that went to my primary school were on votes. What? I remember one of them threw a rock or something at someone's window.
She got
I
a
got
rock
hit
was
in the
thrown at her
head- I got
head,
hit in
and
the
she
head
was
with a
blind
rock.
for like 6 months.
yeah, I couldn't see for 6 months.
Eyes were like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like this.
Swear down.
Did I do that on camera? She.
That's why I said this.
But no, do you know what? Yeah. So see the way where you performed, that's the north side.
Okay.
But where Charlie's is the south side.
Oh.
But I went
They
to
were 30 seconds away from me.
yeah, it's literally one side to the other. But I know, like, so I'm from the north side, but I went to school on the south side. Do you know what I mean? And my mom actually is from the south side as well. But like when she was growing up, like I used to live in Cabra. I don't know if you know. You don't know. I don't know why I'm asking you where Cabra
I
is.
don't even know what Cabra is.
Cabra.
Sounds
How do you
nice.
don't know where Cabra
Sounds
is?
like
Stony
it tastes
Batter.
delicious.
If Google Maps ain't telling me, I know
What
nowhere,
you mean?
babe.
this like town. Well, for like I've lived everywhere. It's north side, south side. I was
It's like
born in
Elephant and
town.
Castle.
Yeah, it is. What? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
thing.
Devaney Gardens.
Yeah, so
You know about
that's
Devaney
what Cabra
Gardens?
is.
Okay.
So it's not like high end, but it's like there's shops.
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking about elephant and castle now? Because it's been gentrified.
Oh, yeah.
There's no elephant in the castle.
No.
Fair enough. So, anyways,
But when my mum bought she bought a house in Cabra, and then she was selling that house, and like people on the south side, like people that were from the south side were like, oh, so you're gonna move back? Like now you can move back to the south side. Do you know what I mean? Like I know people that will not cross to O'Connell Street from the south side, and that's like people that are going private school, like have never. Like they don't associate
That's
with the north
crazy.
side,
And what side is the side that is less privileged?
where you performed,
Performed the academy.
and then
The
charities.
north side is the less
Yeah.
underprivileged.
Yeah,
That is so mad.
yeah. So like that's like no, it is a big thing, and especially see the way with my accent. I know it's sort of I'm a like chameleon because I go up and down, but so when I have my strong Irish accent, people from the south side would not like rate me. Do you know what I mean? So
That's crazy.
if you speak when you articulate your words and stuff, that's more south side. You know, posh, like you're talking Black Rock, Sandyford, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All over there. Do you get me? Booterstown. That's like near,
What?
yeah.
I've never heard of that in my life.
It's one of the most expensive. Have you ever
That's
seen
why.
Aylesbury
Come
Road,
to
bro?
Ireland, we're gonna do a foot tour still because
Yeah.
I'll be so real. I've never been to Dubai.
Me neither.
I don't really like indulgent holidays. I'm not.
What's
like,
indulgent
like
What?
holidays that, like,
She doesn't
I
want to, like,
go
fancy
away.
holidays, like the big ones.
I'm like, take me to the hills in Colombia. Like I'm a bit of a nutcase in that regard.
Eh?
Like, I want to go hiking.
The hills of Colombia.
Banging.
Like,
Look,
I wanna
that's
see the
Aylesbury Road.
world.
okay.
Okay, I get it.
Like Dubai's like.
You
quite
don't want
low
the
on my list of
facade that
places
they
I
put
wanna
on
go.
for
It's
tourism.
medium. Not Dubai is when
Not to say Dubai's not culture. That I know that. Listen, from what I've seen, I feel like it's a beautiful place.
beautiful. Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like, I want to go to places where.
And know how people really live.
Yeah, like if you dissect it for me, like you can take me to a village and I can chill with a bunch of.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
actually,
I went to
yeah, though.
Antigua. Was my best holiday of life.
Where?
Antigua,
Geographically? Where's that?
the Caribbean.
Okay, thank you.
Antigua and Barbuda.
My passport's not being stamped. I don't know where it is.
I swear, guys, like there's even a part of my life goal is to buy a citizenship there.
But do you think like when you go on holiday, it's just tour? Like you're a tourist. Like you want to actually
I
just.
don't want to
Hey.
be.
Yeah,
I
that's
want-
it.
I
That's
want to
I
actually live
agree
it.
with that.
That's why when I go to Gambia, like all of this, go to Gambia and stay in a hotel. No, get me my kaftan. I'm putting my headscarf on. Let's go. Like slippers on. I'm outside, bro.
I don't know about that.
Because in
like a
the
bit.
life that I'm like living in London, especially with my career and stuff, doesn't mean that I get to be like as indulgent and stuff like that.
I get where you're coming from. I do love culture. I do love being in it, but like it's like I spend a day there, I'm going back to my hotel
No,
because there's like air conditioning and mosquito repellent.
you know what? Fair enough. But do you know what? I was like one of those Duke of Edinburgh NCS kids, so I camped and all of that stuff.
Oh, you like
So,
that?
like,
Okay.
I was a scout.
I don't like it.
You were a scout as well, so
period. I was
yeah.
always a Girl Scout.
What's your
not
favorite
my
accent
Girl
in the UK? I love the Scouse.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a Scouse accent.
Scouse
You
accent.
know what? No, my favourite accent is actually Manny.
Money.
Manny? That's I was just about to say I don't like the Manchester one.
I love it.
Maybe it's because my little sister has it. Like
I love it.
Oh
I
gosh.
love it. I think
Say something
like,
in a Manny
especially
accent.
I'm not from Manchester. I'm not gonna Mancunian. I will butcher it. I'm sorry. I like it. I like to. I know how to like something and not touch it. I like the look of it and not touching it. It's thank you very much.
So I have two options for you guys. It's
Okay.
either we read a thread, statement, or I have a screenshot of something. So thread, statement, or screenshot.
Did you say we have to pick two?
You have to pick out. Yeah, you can pick.
I'm
I
not
can
an
do all of them. But
I'm
which one do
not
you
an
want to hear
either-or
first?
person. I'm an and person. I do everything.
What do you guys want
Did
first?
what's the thread? What did you do?
She's laughing already, so it
Did
must
you
be
comment
funny.
on it? Did you comment on it?
Comment on the thread.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on. Pause.
Yeah.
Quick ad break. Is the thread mad enough for me to like actually like wrap in a blanket? Am I gonna be shook?
Wrapping a
You're
blanket.
gonna kiki.
I'm
Don't be
gonna kick you.
scared.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, Kiki.
It's okay to kiki now. No. Sorry. man.
Go for
What
it.
did you do?
What
shit.
is the craziest thing you've done while being horny?
Craziest thing.
done while being horny? You guys
Crazy.
You don't have to answer the question, but
We're also ready to answer that question.
What's the craziest
I'm
thing
just
I've
trying
done?
to think. Because I know I'm tapped, but I'm like,
I've done something. Anyways, let me read
Read
read the trend. Give us
Okay.
info.
So I let a stripper pull my boobs out and suck them in front of my husband and a bunch of other dudes.
Husband
Yeah.
in the clip?
Yeah.
Oh, if I was her husband, you have 30 minutes. Crazy or what? You're getting divorced in front of other men.
Yeah.
What the hell does this look like?
I'm friends.
Crazy.
In the
So
club.
crazy. It's never gonna be that deep.
Guys, I could have never answered this question because
Wow.
this is not my area of
Alright,
expertise.
So what word can I use for this? I DJ'd my girlfriend under the table at a wedding while my dad was sitting right next to me and aunt and uncle across the table.
Sorry. Repeat.
I don't think we need to repeat that.
Nah,
That was
she said.
Remix.
She DJ'd. So
DJ'd.
he DJ'd his girlfriend under the table at a wedding while sitting beside her father.
Yeah.
Beside her father.
Yeah.
Crazy or what? I'm getting married and you're staining my white
Oh,
cloth underneath the table.
wow.
Crazy. My holy matrimony and you're
But
playing
what would you do if you got caught? Do you get me?
We're grown.
public lashing.
What do you want from me?
At a wedding.
A wedding is crazy. Like,
At
come
a
on, just say
wedding.
that.
At least in your house.
I don't even think it's their wedding. It's not their wedding.
It's definitely not their wedding.
Guys, it's not their wedding.
At least do that shit in your house. Like, wedding?
I want to know if they're still together.
That's crazy.
Probably not. Okay.
Probably not as crazy.
Right.
So you try to slide it in as well.
Okay, so with my now husband, when we were walking in the evening, I haven't read this one by the way, we came into the yard of a kindergarten. There are no kids or teachers on the weekend, and at this time of the day,
Charge sheet.
I was sitting. He stood near. He started telling me that he used to go here as a kid, but I was tipsy. Pulled his pants down, and he used to climb up to the second floor balcony of my campus building. Stay the night because the visitations weren't allowed at night. So I think they did knowledge at a school ground.
That's actually horrid.
That's a bit dirty.
Yeah, that makes me irate.
Stuck my penis in the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, God.
All right.
That's enough of that.
Somebody needs to find that man.
What's the vacuum on? What's it on?
No. I'm so sorry. No. I
want that IP address.
Like, there's actually so much things that you can do.
No.
Like, imagine you're just like you're feeling the mood. Like you're like, what's Henry the Hoover
Oh my God,
saying?
you know,
what I mean?
this
Like,
is not my
Walk
story,
on,
but someone
Henry.
told me this. So right. I have a friend who is a gynecologist. And she was saying one of the weirdest things that she's pulled out of somebody in the emergency room. She hates working in the emergency room because majority of the time she's always pulling foreign objects out of people. She said there was this old lady whose husband had died like 20 years ago.
Nah, just leave me alone.
And she put a bottle up there, and then when she removed the bottle, the cap got stuck. And the bottle came out, and she didn't go to the emergency room for a couple of weeks because she felt so embarrassed. So by the time they tried to take it out, it was really lodged up there, like extremely lodged.
Like you've got.
That's just basically like the coil, you know.
You literally.
She did not just say the coil. You did not just say the coil.
You ate that up.
You did not just say the coil.
No, it is, bro.
She's no self-made coil.
Yeah, bro.
That's
She ate that
crazy.
up. Not that she needs it. At pension age, not that she needs it.
Yeah, it's so sad. She just wants a man.
You know how expensive the coil is.
Crazy or
They can
what?
do a bottle.
You don't know that there's men that wait outside
that the
to,
part,
to
like-
satisfy your needs. They have granny fetishes and
Yeah,
you're
just-
drinking
That's
Budweiser
what
out
I
the tunnel.
said.
That
Crazy.
is
She was just shy and embarrassed. I was like, that's really sad though. It's
Yeah,
really
it is
sad.
sad.
She's
But guys, like,
lonely.
don't you think it's so sweet that we're gonna get to the age of like 80 and still want orgasms?
That is mad. My grandma's that age. I hope like
Check on her.
who, because my step granddaddy's been gone for a while. Damn.
That doesn't mean granny's.
But
not
then
there.
my great grandmother is 106 this year. And she said she lived this long because her man died when she was 60. So she lasted another 56 years.
I'm just thinking, like, would I want to be like
Is that right, Matt's? No, 46 years. Sorry.
sexing at that age? Like,
How do you have the energy?
We were dancing with some granddad.
Oh, yesterday. He was so sweet.
This man was definitely no
He had many
younger
knees.
than 75. Do you know what I mean? And this fella had knees.
No, younger than 75.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't know if
bending,
75.
He looked about 75.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He may have just aged not great. Because I was like, he still had quite a lot of energy for a 75
He had
year
knees
old.
like Meg. No, this
knew
man
where
had
this
knees
looked.
like Meg.
Literally.
Why do I have so many videos?
This is from yesterday, so this was on the way to the after party, I think. We got there too early, so we had to go in and grab a drink. But after this, let's tap into how you became you.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you became you.
Oh, I don't know the video.
75% great upbringing. 10% trauma from a Jamaican man.
From a Jamaican man. See,
I'm joking.
say that loudly into her ear.
You know
Since
what's
you're
crazy?
sat beside her, say it
Why did she
loudly.
come up to me yesterday in the club and no, wait, where were we? Where were we at the concert?
I don't know.
No, we're in the concert. She was like, no, I really want to say this in an Irish accent, but I can't. I'm going to butcher it.
What did I
She
say
was
Irish
like,
accent?
I've got a voicemail for you for your next song.
Yeah.
Voice no.
I was like, what's the voicemail? She was like, somebody lied to me too. I was like, well,
Bro.
I'm glad closure tapes translated.
No, like,
We'll play you the
Voice
voice
note.
note
It's a
after
good
this.
voice
You can definitely do something
You
spicy
can
with
do
that.
some with the voice note.
It's
It
defo.
starts off with like
Does he have an Irish accent?
no,
No,
so
it's
Because
English.
everyone's going to be
Peeps.
like, where did she pick this Irish guy from?
It starts off saying, he's like, I just want to let you know what's been going on with me. It's great for a music video.
This is how confessions
See, but
was started, you know?
My mode of creative transportation, in other words, a song, is I'll use those first few seconds and then the first line of the song will be, fuck what's been going on with you, motherfucker. I don't care. I like it.
You get
I'm not even letting you land.
In the voice note, he said, I feel sorry for you.
Ooh.
No, he said, I feel bad for you. No, I kind of feel bad for you. No, actually, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad.
You have to
It was
use
that
it in the song,
actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I
You have
feel
to put it in
bad.
the song, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you make money.
There's like,
Yeah.
there's a good like 60% of like men on this earth whose missions are truly to kill women, and I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I get it.
But I didn't
why?
die.
Do you know why I get it? We never died.
we never
You know
died.
why I get it? Because there's more of us in the world. So balance, right? But I want you to know we're the most beautiful version of cockroaches you will ever see. We never die. Stand on our head. We live.
I remember I was playing a game. I was playing charades in Rose's house, and obviously we were a bit on the grass, right? And then obviously cockroach came up on the thing, and I was like, "We might need to cut this out." But I was like, "If black people were a bug,
I feel like if black people were a bug, we would be
ladybugs."
No, that's too delicate. We're hard.
No. I feel like we would be, you know, those black, like they're jet black and they're like, do you know what I'm talking about? And they're like shaped like this. Like I'm literally dressed like one right now. No,
Not the creepy crawlies, girl.
imagine? How did I describe it? Did I not say whip?
We're hard.
She said spider.
The one step a spider is dead.
No, it's the ants. Because the ants never die.
True.
Ants
And
never
they're
die.
stronger
I'm
in
telling you,
herds.
In my days,
Yeah, true,
I've
they're stronger in
killed
herds.
many ants.
But that was my pastime when I
They're
was young.
stronger in herds.
I was killing ants when I was
She
young.
said,
I was stepping, bro.
dancing
But,
like David on God's ants.
I have a screenshot now. Once I went on a casual day after I booked my Uber and went home. My journey was approx 1 hour. Messaged him to say I was home. This guy talking about he's still there and stranded. I booked him an Uber home. The next morning he texted me, thanks for the Uber, babe. I feel sick.
Why did she do it? She should have felt sick when she was booking.
So she booked an Uber for a man and then he didn't pay her back.
No, he just put, I don't know
He
about
just
the
no,
payment.
like he just put it as a, oh, thanks for getting me home, and it wasn't her man. It was just a man.
I'm in two minds
know if
about
it's a
it.
man.
Why did you feel sick about it the following morning?
Wait.
If it was something that you didn't want to do in the moment, then why did you?
Why did you do it?
But if there's
Stranded
like,
is crazy.
it's not like in this life. For me, I have no shame in saying the way I love. Sometimes
Well, I've been
it's
stupid.
You get what I mean?
I've
But I
been
think
so dumb.
Now my standards is that the criteria that you have to fit in order to receive that love is tight enough for me to be able to do that and like love freely.
Yeah.
So
I get you.
if I have to book my man at Uber, I don't mind as long as he's qualified for the Uber.
I hear that, yeah, but it's the stranded part for me because men used to go to war. How did they find their way around?
Yeah, see that I get because I'll be so real with you. As a part of my criteria, you have to be the sort of man that is so proficient. Like you just have to be competent.
Yeah.
And you don't really tend to find yourself in situations like that if you are competent. But in any chance situation where someone steals your phone, your car breaks down, and then your phone and you can't download Uber because the VPN in the area has been hacked by somebody in the middle of Malaysia. Whatever your story is, if I have to help you and you are the man to be helped, then I will.
Fair.
But what the heck is that?
Stranded is crazy.
You didn't want to do it and you did it.
Who even says that word? Stranded in 2024.
Come on, man.
Honestly, it to me it sounds
He could have walked.
You could have.
He could have.
No, I feel like she's over exaggerating this situation. Probably
so?
over exaggerating the story because nowadays, come on, who's really stranded?
Right.
No one's ever really
I mean, the only time-
stranded means you have
unless you're
no
abroad.
hope.
I feel
You
like
didn't
the
go
one
anywhere
time
with
that
someone.
You're stranded is when you don't have your phone and you have no cards on you. But how the fuck?
But how did you get there? No, but like, how did you even get there in the first place? Did you
didn't
go
get
there
and your phone
alone?
can die. But why did? How did you text me?
Yeah, that's very true.
How did you text me?
And why am I your choice of
First of all,
texting?
why didn't they just all go home together and then like the taxi drop her home first and then he just goes his way with the taxi?
Why are you outside clubbing and don't know how you're getting home?
That's true.
That faithful day, you're gonna text me that you're stranded, and I'm gonna say, "Let me know when you get in."
No, I'm gonna be like, sorry, I fell asleep.
No, let me know when you get in, X. Because it's none of my concern.
Y'all are better than me. I just wouldn't respond to the next day. Like when I'm up, I'd be like,
I
I fell
have
asleep.
to respond to let you know that I'm not dealing with your stupidity. I'm not. I've won you know. One my good clean son.
No, to be honest, I'm like, okay, no, on
feel
the
that.
real thing, if I got that text or call, I'll just be like, so, did you try and order a taxi? How are you stranded? Did you try this? Did you try that? Did you try this? I'll be like,
no, but if that person's calling you to say that they're stranded, they're most likely telling you that they've exhausted all. So
sorry,
even
in that moment of time, I'm so stupid.
no,
I'm an idiot.
No way.
Oh no. Yeah, nah, it's peak right now. Sounds like it.
It's peak still.
Yeah, man, don't know what I'm
Perfect.
gonna do.
that's so
Hold on, give me
funny.
2 seconds. My mom's calling me. It's 4 a.m.
That's very.
My mom's calling me. I like that one.
Yeah, I think she just got the ick, to be fair.
Yeah, like
that's
it's
what
like,
happened.
what I want to unpack is why did you only feel sick the following day? You had
Yeah,
delayed
she should have felt
nausea?
the ick immediately.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
had delayed nausea.
I think it's
100%.
thanks
Were
for
you
the
drunk?
Uber babe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At least he's a grateful man.
he's ungraceful. But anyway, let's dive into you. Yes.
Try to spin it.
While we're
I love how
here.
you do it with a big smile.
Yeah, because I'm so excited just to hear about it. So it's like, we all know this girl can sing. You can sing.
Thank you guys. I
And if-
couldn't sing in secondary school.
If you couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Sound
I
like,
couldn't.
what do you sound like?
So when did you find out that you had this talent?
No, I wasn't the friend that could sing. I just enjoyed my tone.
Oh.
Like there are singers, and I've never been a singer. Like you're not gonna hear me run up and down the stairs, and I do vocal acrobatics. But I do enjoy trying to like.
It's so mad because she's saying this, but I swear to God, like listening to your songs, that's what I felt like I fell in love with.
I think eventually, as time has gone on, I would say the rest of the percentages that I would add to that proportion is like, I like to work hard. I do. One of my favorite things in life is challenging myself, and it's come after. I think it came like mainly after a period where after 2021, like having the baby and it being super difficult. My manager's got me a book called The Power of Now that completely changed my life, and I will never stop talking about that book because it completely shifted my perspective from the world is your enemy versus you are the only person that can be your enemy. Contrary to whatever you believe, you are the only thing and person stopping you. Like, yes, that person did a mad thing, but if you focus here, what they did there doesn't matter. Like, there's always an opportunity for you to be able to realize what role you played and fix that.
That goes on. Like I was reading a book called, it's actually Mercedes recommended it, The Courage of Being Disliked.
I've got that in my house and I've never opened it.
It's good. It's good. It's
I need
heavy.
to even give it back to Brent Library because I've had it for years. Oh, I just need to actually open it.
But I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it's the one. It was the one that she recommended, but it basically talks about Freudian theory and then Adlerian theory. Do you know what I mean? So Freudian is like, so Freudian theory is when you like sort of, you can pinpoint everything back to your childhood, like back to your trauma. So it's like, oh, I did this because XYZ happened in my life. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Adlerian theory is you like, there is no trauma. Like trauma actually doesn't exist. So it's sort of like saying that like, yes, you can talk about why all these things affected you and you can sort of see why. But whereas Adlerian is sort of like, this happened, now we move on, which is sort of what your book sort of sounds like.
It's funny because I feel like for my whole life, maybe like my consciousness maybe properly kicked in when I was 5. That's when I remember the most vivid memories. And then up until the age of 23, I would have been Freudian. And then when I read that book, I switched. And it had to change automatically because we're in a society right now that want to consistently remind you, because it's painful to deal with what we've dealt with. We consistently are trying to remind ourselves about what we've dealt with, but we are not the first generation to deal with.
Exactly.
And all the generations that came before just got on with. We are the dwellers. We're the generation that feel like we've felt the most, we've been through the most and all of those things. But the 68 kilometers that my mum claims she walked to school, I could never do. I would never do. Not especially not in sandals. Are you crazy? No Crocs. No Crocs. 68 kilometers, no Crocs. Great. That's what you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So, like there comes a point where you have to be your own savior, not in the theory of life where it's like you have to be able to fix everything and no, you just have to be able to just tell yourself the truth. That's the only way you love yourself. So everything else is just noise to me.
So at what age did you then realize and say, okay, I can sing, but now I'm gonna sing?
You know what? So when I was in primary school, there was like 2 other girls that could sing and I just didn't like how they sounded. I was like, you lot are clapping for these girls, but no disrespect, upstanding citizens of society, they're lovely and I'm sure they'll grow to be great, but their voices are whack. And I was just that ignorant to be like, I don't like their voice, so I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna try and do it better. You know, like very competitive. Like, you know, when I look back at 6-year-old me, like, ew, why were you so like, why were you so ignorant? Like, but and then I think by the time I got to secondary school, I was insecure and it was like, I just want to learn how to do something. But my closest friend in school, I always talk about her, Carla. That girl has a voice on her, and she used to do runs. And then when she'd do the run, like I'll be like, and like she'll do the run, and I'll be like I'll go to the corner and I would just keep doing it because I'm like, that's so cool. I want to be able to do that. I used to copy my dad in church. It was always quite like always testing myself. Because between the ages of 0 to 5, when it was just me, I was very much so like, I was the only kid around bare adults because my parents. Like I was the trophy kid that used to. I was the kid to my parents that my kid is to me now. Like he'll come to brunch with me. He'll kick it like he was such an unconventional child.
I don't have Christmas. Sorry. It's about you.
Damn.
It's about you. Sorry.
No. It's always about you. Okay? You are the only star in the room. Stream star signs. Yes. But no, like literally that complex where you're around bare adults and because of that they used to be like, oh, Mon's so smart, I'll go read another book because I want another compliment tomorrow. Mon's is doing my mum's favourite thing to tell you about me. I was doing Sudoku when I was 4 years old, no cap. Like, the books are still there. Like, do you get what I mean? So having all of that like confidence instilled in me when I was younger kind of just made me the sort of person that always wanted to just do stuff that was like commendable. But then eventually it just came quite toxic because it was like, I'm in secondary school, the only thing that I feel confident doing and actually enjoy doing is playing the piano. My teacher's telling me I have to sing in front of people. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking to me about? And there were 3 of us in my form. There was Carla, there was Louise, and there was me. Everybody knew Carla and Louise could sing because when assembly time came, they were there with their shoulders and I was there in the back like, cut me out. Like, never used to sing. Then I started doing covers on socials. God knows what possessed me. But again, I think it was another thing where I heard people doing covers and I was like, I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this. I want to try and do it in a way that feels a bit more, you know. Then when I started making music at the time, again, it was like I was hearing a lot of songs and I didn't feel like a lot of the music that I was hearing in London felt like it was something that I could listen to. It felt like everything I was listening to was because everyone else was listening to it. And then I was like, what about me? So let me just make music for me.
And I'm going to even dive in a little bit deeper to that. And I think it's why I fell in love with Say Yes so much, because like I'm an R&B babe. Like I love it so much. Like early 2000s, like Blue, that's the type of music. Like I've been seeing them everywhere on my Twitter, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is the music I grew up listening to, literally. And like you're so like R&B. So when Say Yeah came out, there was literally nothing in my playlist that sounded like it. And it was so nostalgic to me. And I was like, oh my God. I fell in love with it on the first listen. And I'm not like that with music, because I'm such a lyrical person. Like it takes me a while for me to resonate with the lyrics, and then I start to fall in love with it. But everything about that song, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Even how you started, you're now rocking with the best. I was like, your song, it literally, it blew my mind. Like, babe, we'll go into my phone right now. I'll tell you who my seconds and thirds, because these are the celebrities that you were over in my phone. On December, was it second 2020? I've said it several times. My top song was Say Yeah. Say Yeah.
2nd of December 2020.
Telling you, my top artists was Summer Walker, Cardi B, Kehlani, Nicki Minaj, Justin Bieber. Top song was Say Yeah. Next one was Justin Bieber. Then it was Chris Brown, Usher. You beat all those people in my... I rinsed your song.
Justin Bieber, eat my dust.
Yeah, he should. And I'm like a believer. Oh my God, you're
I am a believer. I saw him in Westfield when I was in year 11.
Y'all need to leave this pod. Sorry, guys. We don't need you here no more.
It's so funny. Because obviously we went clubbing yesterday, guys. We went, it was
Can we talk about the club? Can we talk about the club?
You know, like within the first 30 minutes of like dancing with each of one of you individually, I was like, bro, my brain split in three. Like, guys, you don't think it's a joke. Okay? You are the wildest side of me. You are like I would even go as far as to say, in my anatomy, you would be the Mnelia. Do you get what I mean? You'd be like the
showstopper,
jazz hands, like bold as shit, ready to just eat at it. She was like, should we do a tour of the club? I was like, yeah, let's go, let's have it. Do you know what I mean? You are Monique, like you are like the mum. You're the me that's like the mum that's like, yeah, I'm outside, I love it. I want to bite at the world. I'm just in a chair like this. She had her shades on. That's so me. Like my friends will tell you that's me. Like you're like, yeah, I'm just here for a good time. Yeah, I'm here for a good time. You are. And I'm not even gonna say my full government name.
I'm the whole thing.
Bro, it was the maturity. You was like, no, I'm waking up in the morning. I have to be up in the morning.
I'm extra fried sausages to cook.
I guess she even said,
she was even like to me, no, you guys have fun. She was like, I have to be up at 10 a.m. in the morning. I have to be the responsible one.
I have to make sure all of you are sat on this couch.
In my brain, I'm like, I need to have fun and I need to be Mnelia, but I also need to be in because I have to finish the rest of the tour. I'm literally thinking all of your thoughts in one. I'm like,
girls, I had such a good time. Like, shout out to Click Soho with the bottles. When they brought the bottles when it was just us.
Patron. Yeah.
We're not part of
yeah, we were like, not everyone's arrived yet. He was like, this is just the start. Yeah. We were like, okay, thanks.
I literally got in. By the time I got in, one light show, all right, cool, bottle of Prosecco, cool, another light show, bottle of champagne, another
Don
light
Julio.
show, Don Julio. I was like,
Ireland will show you a good time.
That was actually probably one of my favorite nights because it was just so unexpected. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't supposed to go. Me and Roz were literally like, we're gonna go home. We're tired.
I come to Ireland and you tell me you're not coming out with me.
Do you know what I mean?
We're going out.
I was gonna come, because I don't see like I'm the. So I was like, I'll have the energy of all three.
Me and Roz were literally like, let's just get Charlie's. We're gonna get Charlie's.
Like my brain told, I went to go and get a spice bag before I came to before I came to the club. Food will not be neglected in my world.
No.
Sorry, baby, go on.
No, I was just gonna say no. We just had I just love the fact that it was just such a girls' night. Do you know what I mean?
I love a girls'
night. I know there was boys there, but like they weren't
those
important.
there.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was like
yeah, there were, because when I stepped in, she was like, alright, I'm going to my husband. I was like, you're what? You're married in a club? She was like, no, I find a white boy. I was like, alright, girl, get your pasta and laughs.
He's cute, but we've moved on now. I wanted to ask you, in your show, White Lies, you were saying that a man lied to you.
Yeah.
You said you was gonna get into that.
We were gonna unpack that.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna unpack that. But I guess we are unpacking that.
Wow. I like the player.
You know that TikTok where it's like put your clothes back on.
Literally. I don't know, I feel like...
We'll get into it as well. I'll add my 2 cents.
Do you want to go first? Oh, okay.
We're here for you. We're here to hear about you. Because then I also want to tap into your song, My Man, before we tap into star signs, which is the reason why we are sat on this couch.
Bro.
Yeah.
Love that. I think, do you know what, yeah? I don't even feel like White Lies was about one particular situation. I wrote it with an amazing songwriter, Mneliaaa, and she's like... honestly one of the most powerful people with words, and I felt like in the whole process of making Closure Tapes, a lot of what I wrote and spoke about and sang about only resonated in and like became a reflection of what happened in my life after the project was made. So when I look back at White Lies, it wasn't one particular situation, it was many different situations. Like just before Say Yeah came out, my ex had lied to me about a situation for like I was literally in Barcelona. I came back and I remember I was sat in the car with him telling him like I'm so grateful that like I'm with someone now that I think is the most reliable, like I can trust you with my life. I love you.
That's
when I tell you guys, yeah,
that's when
honestly my villain arc began that day. You know when that man looked me in my eyes and he said, I've got something to tell you.
Shit. But can I tell you something?
At least he was
I'm not gonna
honest.
lie.
No. Did you get someone pregnant? Did you get someone pregnant? What did he have to tell you?
At the beginning of our relationship, I said to him, because he had been a gallus, and I don't know why it's always them ones that decide that I'm going to be their saving grace. God forbid, me and my one clean son for the rest of my days. I refuse to save a man again. You have better come to be saved. So, basically, at the beginning of our relationship, I was like, I know that you've been troublesome to some people in the past, but I also know that you've done your due diligence to try and be a better person now. Is there any... Try. Bold, underline, capital. Is there anyone in like the course of the trajectory of our relationship, any names of a girl that if I hear, I could like kind of preempt that they'll cause trouble? He said this one girl's name. I said, alright, cool. And it left my mind. Guys, why did I come back from Barcelona? This guy looked me in my eyes and told me that he'd left London, drove back to his old campus and had sex with her. And then the way he said it was like he hadn't had sex with her. He said it like...
So like nonchalantly.
No. He was, but...
Yes. Do you remember
was he your back?
Half and half, you know.
You know, half of what?
You're about auntie, bro.
That's a criminal.
I'll be so real.
You're valuable.
Criminal.
I genuinely have the most love and respect for him and the error that he put me in after that. Because I think it threw me into a place of utter selfishness, right? And then shortly after that, I got into a situation that became drastically serious, where I became utterly selfless. And because I had such a crazy contrast of my two versions of self within literally almost 365 days,
I can relate.
quite shortly after, I became the balance. So then I became the sort of girl that knows how to be selfless, and I understand that side of myself, and I also understand that like there's a power in my selflessness, but then I also know that I can be a selfish ass bitch when I want. If you turn me into that, I've seen both sides of myself, you know?
Balance.
Yin and yang.
Igbo and Yoruba together is crazy.
Beautiful man, handsome as hell.
Of course he is.
Beautiful mind as well, like phenomenal human being.
That's like Jamaican
I will say
to
none of my
Nigerian.
exes were bums. I promise you. That's one thing.
Fab.
But yeah, I hear that still. There has to
How
be
did he?
something.
How did he say it? How did
He was
say
so
without?
remorseful. He was heartbroken. But I know he was heartbroken because the one thing I always said is I couldn't forgive that. So he knew, like
He knew that
despite he knew it was done.
But how did he know? Like, why? How did he say he wasn't having sex with her?
Oh, because do you know what it was? Yeah, he literally tried to say that he was intoxicated, and then she.
So you're intoxicated. You went in your car and you drive out.
Yeah, you were intoxicated. You got in your car and you
You even
decided
drove.
that you were going to go to the
Drunk
girl's.
driving.
The reason why you went to the girl's house was because apparently she was antagonizing your friend. But
So you went
after
to back your boy.
somehow you ended
Bro,
up no, you
that's
didn't even go
crazy.
to back your boy.
You even
went to
slept with the
back your
enemy.
girl.
Hey,
And one
gosh.
thing about me, I'm not gonna lie, in times of combat, especially back then when Mneliaaa was, you know, just a seedling, my combat is mine. You will feel my fists if the problem is mine. I'm not calling my male friends to come and alleviate an issue. Not to the point where my male friends' relationships are being jeopardized. That was never happening. You know.
But why do you even pick up the call? Do you get me?
I just don't even think he picked up a call. I think he pulled up at her comment, whatever the story was. I mean, it's between him, God, and the girl. They know what happened. But what I do know is
That's
that
crazy.
after that situation happened, guys, imagine this was like, gagged. I went to LA, and in one of the pictures that had been taken, I was preying the girl's Instagram.
Oh shit.
I was preying the girl's Instagram because I wanted to understand, like, over that period of time, it was something weird. Like, she hadn't posted any pictures and stuff. Then after she found out that I knew, she started going, like, she just started posting bare on her Instagram or some shit like that.
She wanted to be seen.
Yeah, kind of. And it was like, she came up on my explore page at some point, and I was like, obviously your phone's always listening to you, innit? But her name wasn't that on Insta. It was completely different. So I was like so bugged at how the universe just kept on putting her in my face. And I remember I was preying her because I was explaining to the photographer the story that had happened because it was so fresh. And the photographer took a picture and she was on my screen. And I posted the screen on my I posted the picture on my main Instagram. I'll actually show you lot. I archived it. No, but before I do that, guys, look what I got sent. This is me at 5 a.m. this morning.
That's crazy.
We had a night last night.
That was
Bro.
crazy.
We had a night last night.
When are you coming back to Dublin? We're already
story
organising
is
it.
Crazy.
Next week.
Yes?
That story is
I gotta be a mum.
She's on tour.
Bro, I feel that. I said next
I
year.
miss my baby. I'm gonna bring him to Ireland.
Dude.
Yeah.
And we'll take him around. We'll
Yeah,
take you on a
let's do
tour.
it, for sure.
Your story is
That is
I was
crazy.
never gonna top that.
Which one?
Before. The
Oh,
story you just told.
that's a fraction.
I feel like,
Can I tell you the worst one?
oh, tell us the worst one. You have to tell us.
Get the
This is what I
gist.
have with my girls. This is
You
gonna be
have to
like
tell
a
us.
30-second one.
That's how you know it's bad,
So
bro.
Yeah. Well, you could just
Well,
summarize
you
it
can
quickly.
summarize it quick.
You're dead.
Even my heart.
I went to my friend's listening party. My friend, like, he's a big rapper, innit? So he was releasing an album, phenomenal album, did amazing in the UK charts and everything. Yeah. So we were in a crazy celebratory mood. Even though at that point we didn't know that the album was gonna do what it was gonna do, we were all like, bro, this is gonna set pace, it's gonna go crazy. After that, we've gone out. I'm with my girls. I'm like, you know what? I actually want to go to my man's, even though we were a bit rocky at the time. And I said to them, I feel like I'm gonna go, and there's gonna be a girl there. Something's telling me. My spirit is telling me. My spirit said
No,
it.
you know those things, though. You know those things.
Don't, nobody could ever convince me the Holy Spirit ain't real. The Holy Spirit said to me, he's cheating.
You know what the Holy Spirit said to me one time? Imagine, like, he texted me, my ex texted me, just something, right? And then I heard something. Run.
Crazy. What kind of purge type beat is that?
Damn.
I heard, in my head, I just heard run, right? I was like, nah, I said nothing. But obviously,
Holy
I found out a
Spirit
couple days
doesn't
that he
speak, it shows
he was
me.
cheating bad. But yeah, back to you.
You should have ran.
She did. She
Baby,
ran
I
eventually.
You need 3 things in your bag: your keys, your lip gloss, and your Crocs. On sports
No,
mode.
like I wasn't with him.
Okay.
Oh, he was like he was just at
He was
home.
on
And
holiday.
we were just texting. But
Spiritual Crocs.
yeah,
So you go to the house.
Yeah, so I went to VQ.
Yeah, sorry.
Went to VQ with my girls. We was talking. Drank. Then I was like, I'm gonna surprise him. I even got food, guys. I got food from him. Because guys know.
How much was it expending?
If I was to elaborate, you lot would actually vomit. But it's fine for the sake of, I won't. Right? Yeah, I got him food. I got him his favorite thing from the menu, and then I booked the Uber because I was like, I'm gonna surprise my man. I'm drunk. Like,
this was your boyfriend. This was your man.
that was my man. That was my man. As in, like, 4L locked in. Like, he's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Like, crazy. All your family members know me. All my family members know you. I'll even...
Oh, it's rich family.
Guys,
Wow.
we'll debrief when the mics are off.
Yeah,
Crazy or something.
we'll get into it.
They might put it in the uncut, so make sure that you tune into the next episode.
Yeah.
Period.
This might be cutting too.
Get the gist. Yeah.
At this point.
Patu.
Yeah.
Guys, I booked the Uber. I pulled up. Bearing in mind, like, the front of his apartment, you could just get in. So I got in, and his door wasn't open. I didn't have a key, so I like just parked off. I called his brother, and I was like, "Do you know where he is?" He was like, "He should be on his way home." Guys, doof 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 doof. I hear feet coming up the stairs, but then I hear his voice, and here I am, I'm like, "Tonight I wanna dance for you, bro." Guys, I heard a voice, and it was not his.
How did you react?
There was his voice, and there was another voice that wasn't his.
It was man.
It was a girl.
A girl?
Oh, that story, I wouldn't be sat on this couch right now.
Yeah, that story. Yeah, that way. That was,
Women that get
When you said you heard a voice, I was thinking, did she hear two male
and the men are cheating
voices?
with another man. I'm gonna need you lot to stand up. We need to applaud for you, because that level of strength. And we used to know that we love you.
No, guys, I was really having our palpitations. I'm not gonna lie.
what did you do? What
There
did
was
you
a
do?
woman, he bust the corner, he saw me, he ran. Yeah?
I
He got in
yeah.
his car, guys, it gets worse. I was wearing heels and my heels were killing me, so I took them off. I ran downstairs, I ran out. Yeah?
Where did the girl go?
She was in the car, he told her to close the door, they spanned the whip and he drove off.
Oh.
My heart hurts. My heart is actually hurting.
You see, the thing is what I can't even comprehend,
Can
right?
you say? So you're saying he gets in the car, thinks it's
he sees
bro,
me come
I'm
out,
jumping on the
I'm walking
bonnet.
towards
I'm
the-
jumping on the bonnet.
Nah, I wish.
And I'm
Don't think
taking
that's
the
not
wing
the
mirror.
timing I was on, but I was wearing a suit, yeah,
Bro.
and I was barefoot somewhere in the rural
I am
parts
jumping
of
on the
London.
bonnet and I'm getting a fucking
but
claim, bro.
when I
That's
tell
what I'm
you,
doing.
I've gotten out, ran downstairs. Bearing in mind, guys, I don't know what the hell the thought process was, because I literally took maybe 2 minutes upstairs to say there's no way what I think just happened. So he had 2 minutes to get the fuck out of there, and he didn't use them, because by the time I left and I walked outside of the house, his door was closed, her door was opened, and like I'm walking towards the car and I hear him say close the door, and then before the door is closed he's already spinning and out of there. I can't even chase the car because I'm spun. I booked my Uber. Bearing in mind, yeah, not even to take it from like to like, whoa, that's crazy deep, but guys, I was literally like pits of depression at that point in my life. I thought I was going to kill myself that night because I was like, what the heck?
This is such a random question, but what did you do with the food?
I ate. No, I didn't.
Did you
I didn't.
No, because
I went to my sister's house the following day. I cried on her shoulders whilst my nephew ate it.
at
My
least you
nephew
didn't.
didn't
I
give a
thought.
fuck that I was boiling evil.
I
just wanted to make sure he got
He said,
no.
"Is it lasagna?"
That is mad.
Do you know what? Yeah, good.
I'm so sorry you went through that, because that shit
No,
is
don't apologize.
spinning me
That
right
shit
now.
made me lit.
I can actually just
Yeah.
That shit made me lit.
I was gonna say, I feel like I saw
That
this
shit made
thing
me lit.
on TikTok where it's women have this one breakup that completely changes their entire existence.
I had 3.
And you had 3 of them. Jesus, that just spins you into that direction that you need.
My first breakup when I was like in year 11, and I found out that he was cheating on me with a girl in my maths class, and they were falling asleep on Skype together, and he was like my
Not
childhood
Skype,
love.
bro. Not MSN.
That's how you know how
My
old it is,
second
guys.
one,
MSN,
that
bruh.
was the one that told me that he went to go
Yeah, that one.
And then my third one that I based the project on.
That is, but see, you got a project out of it. But now the question I have to ask is like, when a heartbreak like that happens to you, I would never, ever, ever be able to sing a song called My Man, My Man, My Man, because I can never claim another man publicly again in this life until I'm married.
Would you claim a man publicly?
Do you know
Again?
the song My Man, My Man, My Man?
Nah, do you know what? I think when you want to, like, if you want to truly understand how I navigate and how I operate and who I truly am, all you have to do is observe my interactions with my son.
True.
That's it. That's the truest
You know
form
what,
and
that's-
the purest form of me. No one has ever seen my son's face. And
Yeah.
but you guys don't know that he doesn't exist. You guys have seen that we're spit in my face. Like, I posted him do crazy things on TikTok, but I preserve the things that matter to me, and I take care of them, you know?
I relate to
So-
that
I do
110%.
relate to that, because like even though I've gone through a lot of shit, the men that are good to me, the men that I do respect, they get the best than me.
Yeah,
They get the best.
they do.
one.
I think it's a beautiful thing. I know it's very difficult in the world right now to be outward and honest about how your relationship is with a man as a woman. But I genuinely think that there's a superpower and a strength in being able to admit that good men are essential to a woman's ecosystem.
Yeah,
We all
100%.
want it. That's why I feel like a lot of the time we're heartbroken when we don't. And there's always like I don't need a man, I'm independent, and that's fine. But babe, I don't want to be carrying IKEA shelves up the fucking stairs. So maybe for you, maybe that's okay for you. That independence, I love that for you. But I do want you to know that is not the superpower. The superpower is being able to function without a man, but not necessarily men.
Or putting the racks back on the weights back on the racks.
And even forget the physical sides of things. I'm sorry, I enjoy being able to like come in from a hard night of work and call a male that I really adore and appreciate, and have him adore and appreciate me too. I love him.
Yeah.
And we might have times when we're gonna argue. You might have times when I feel like, you know, but by the time you've evolved within yourself and you've loved yourself enough to be able to understand how to communicate and what your level of communication requires, you're not going to be interacting with anybody that's going to be able to take away from you. That conversation is going to be just that. It's going to be a conversation.
100%.
I make sure, like, in regards to dating, I don't allow what I've gone through in the past affect what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And like making sure that my communication is top tier. Like communication is something I value so heavily because it covers a lot of things. Because you communicate in how your boundaries, you communicate in how you'd love to be loved, you communicate in like, you know, like what if you're going through something in life, like then I know how to deal with that.
We don't have joy if we can't communicate because we don't have love. Like it's the vessel. And I just think in all honesty, I'm on a life mission. Like if anybody asks Mnelia what does she care about the most, it's literally, and in sometimes the harshest way possible, just getting women to understand what it truly takes for you to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you don't look at the world like the enemy. And when you love yourself, you don't look at everybody else like they're responsible for making you feel better. You almost don't even give that much of a fuck that as much has happened to you as it has. That's why I can sit here and tell you a lot about mad things that I've been through. And like sometimes I might get into trouble because my team might be like, Mons, but if I'm not real about what I've gone through, how do you look at me and know that I'm just like you and that you can be you can be fine and you can fuck with yourself the way I fuck with myself just as much. If you don't understand how real life is. Like
100%.
Well, I love telling people my stories so they learn and don't make the same mistakes I did, or they're aware of these kind of men. I won't lie. I learned something recently, or I observed something recently where if a man, let's say this is so off, but like if a man tells you, if you're with a man or whatever, and we hope it's in commitment settings, and he says, oh, I don't usually, celebrate from head, right? Usually in a woman's head, it's like, I have to be the one. I have to be the one.
Not me. Not me.
Like there's some things men will say to you that will try and make you like do something.
Like women will automatically condition their mind into achieving the things that the man has said that they want.
That's one thing you should definitely be aware of. I learned this new word. I have this vocabulary app, and the new word is credulous.
I downloaded it.
Credulous. It's so nice. It means like not to be.
You should have never told me about that.
Credulous?
Yeah, everybody in my life literally says that I like to use big words.
Listen, I do on
it's in her
The
lyrics.
app is so good.
Yeah.
I downloaded it.
I need an app for simple words.
Simple words.
Yeah, because one thing about
Just talk to me, babe.
No, finish me.
No, that's what I was just about to say. I think it's the people around you must be using big vocabulary.
No.
It's just you. No. What are you doing? Opening up a thesaurus?
I'm not calling my friends stupid. They're amazing. They're very competent human beings.
She said you're stupid.
My friends are amazing. They are. But my best friend and English are number one enemies. Crazy or what? When that girl spells, I actually have to look at her like, did you use your eyes or your nose to spell? She's amazing at what she does, but god damn.
I love someone.
It's because you read.
Love her.
Yeah.
It's because you read. That's why you're probably picking up these words.
I don't read.
Yeah,
You
I've only got into audiobooks recently, and honestly, it's helped me so much.
Yeah,
like
I
just
stopped
talking.
reading. I read a lot and I stopped.
Spotify.
Time.
You got premium?
I don't really like people talking at me anymore.
True.
You know my favorite thing to do, on my phone, guys. I'm not even joking. Like from the bottom of my heart, this is me 24/7.
Soft noise. That's how I sleep, girl. We're the same people.
Get out of here.
No, we're actually the same people.
I feel like
we're the same people.
Everyone deserves to like just experience. Like guys, just.
I do the one on YouTube because I have a projector in my room, and I make sure it's the one that is blacked out so the lights don't affect me when I'm sleeping, and I do rain.
That makes me think.
It's soft noise.
There's a feature.
Guys, you said it makes her think.
That makes me think.
That makes you think. That puts
Yeah.
you, it's meant to put you to sleep.
I need
What?
silence.
If you do it for long enough,
You get used to it.
you won't think.
Do you know what I need to do? Yeah, to go to sleep. It's so weird. Like my friend told me about it. So I think of a word. So just give me a random word.
Nothing.
Nothing, right? So then I do N, Neptune, O, ostrich, and I set it out, and then so I get to G, and I say giraffe. Then I start again. So then I go G in my head, and that's how I fall asleep.
They would have to section me if my brain works.
I was gonna say, so you have to think to sleep, while the rest of us are listening to nothing.
Yeah, because
Just to think to go to bed.
Hey, apples. Hey, apples.
But guys, when I tell you, my English has gotten so much better. I do be sitting there just being like, I have to think of different words. You get me? Because then it just expands my vocabulary. But then I get confused, and then I'm like, and then I have to start again. So
you're tiring your brain out, and that's how you fall asleep.
You have to tire my brain out.
You have to tire your brain out. Okay, guys, let's tap into your latest single, Star Signs. Speaking of star signs, what is your star signs?
I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer. I think they're like very emotional people.
That's what everyone says, but you know what it is? I'm very empathetic. I can be moved by others' emotions.
Okay.
But I do definitely think that I have a resilience to emotions as well at the same time. I'm just as tough as I am soft.
Okay,
Obviously,
you have the balanced.
Yeah,
balance.
the animal that represents a Cancer is a crab.
Fair.
Okay.
Crabs are very,
Equal on both sides.
soft on the inside. But I feel like I'm just as hard as I am soft.
Okay.
I love to wrap it up. I'm just as hard as I am soft.
No, but literally.
That's it.
Like, tough
It's
as shit, but
balanced.
also soft as shit.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
know
Libra.
you flew down to Los Angeles as well it's LA you flew down to. I saw your video, and the one thing, I also love your music videos because girls, you're not just a singer, you're a dancer.
No, because
as well.
that's a new thing. Like it's very much new. It wasn't like it almost wasn't even the plan. Like it was like my manager was like, I'm going to LA, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, right now would be a great time to go to LA. I've just dropped Star Signs, like to go out, do some promo and stuff. And then a choreographer hit us up and was like, I'd love to work with Mnelia, and we were like, okay, like it was almost like ground level, acting like an independent artist again, hustling. Like it was like that kind of mind gear where it's like, you just get up and you just go, because I think the blessing of what my experience has been for the past 4 years being at a major has been like, I've always got people that are willing to like pour into me and like ask me what do I need done and stuff. So it was like the fact that an opportunity picked up and we were just like up and out we go. It was like, it was nice, it was exhilarating, it was new, and I don't dance, so it was like new in so many different ways, and I literally say that trip changed my brain chemistry.
Okay, for someone who doesn't dance, you dance very well.
Thank you so much.
And then, so what was like the concept behind Star Signs? Like how was it created?
We were in Sweden and everybody was just on a different vibe to me. That day I just felt like I wanted to write a Heartbreak song, and they were like, let's make some Kate all the time shit. And I was like, at first I was like, But then the producers that I work with, they done Genesis, they done Closure, they did Star Signs, they did My Man. They have always had an amazing habit of being able to take me out my comfort zone. And my manager was in the room at the time as well, and they were like, let's do this. Like, I know you don't want to do this right now, but come on, let's do this. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Then they did it. They played the beat. I was like, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn. Like it all flew. Like it wasn't a thing. Like the song was almost one of the most effortless songs that I've ever had to make, because we didn't have to think about it. I think the part that I thought about the most was when I was in the room by myself writing the second verse, because that was all like, okay, now there's pressure to finish a song that you started that was so flowy. But I guess the energy that I just wanted it to have is like the same carelessness that it took to write it, the same like liberation, the same like, I don't give a fuck about whether that line makes sense, I just want to say it. I don't give a fuck about whether I look lit, I want to feel lit. I don't give a fuck about whether I feel beautiful. I want to say I'm beautiful and no one question me. I'm done. Do you get what I mean?
I like it.
So that's just the energy, and I feel like it set pace, because that's what I'm trying to be for the rest of this next season of my life. I can't decide what the other seasons are going to be. I don't know what's going to happen that's going to change the form of that, but everything in Star Signs is also reflective and just representative of like a world that I desire for every single girl to have, where they can just tap into, bro, fuck what's going on in the outside world. I am who I am, what I represent. I'm coming as I am, and whatever you think about that is none of my concern.
Amazing.
That's it.
I love it.
It eats.
I love it.
That's actually it.
Thank you so much for coming on.
I've had so much fun. I don't want to go.
I feel like we
Babe,
could
I
chat
love
for
you.
hours and hours. Yeah.
I've run out, like I'm in Yappington City right now. I've just been
I
talking so
know.
much this past week.
I wish that
But I
we have
definitely
to
feel
read
like
up.
people who will listen to this will be able to get a good sense of your personality. And you really, like I said it in that email, I was like, you are that girl. You
Yeah.
really are. You are fun to be around. You are so talented. You're sweet.
Intelligent.
Guys, go
Very
run up her music.
Thank you so
Run up
Yeah.
her music.
Say
Run up Star
yeah.
Signs.
I'm now the 4th member, so when
Yeah,
you
100%. 100%.
prepare to be sick of me.
No, we gotta do it again.
If you guys ever do it live, just shout me.
Oh, facts.
Well,
We will. Don't say that.
Don't say that.
when?
Because we're running.
Oh,
We're
no,
running.
say.
We have a date. We'll tell you what the camera's on.
Voice the street, just a freak in the sheet. She want me for her tea. I got me for your meat. I am mad. Shawty's in that man when it